Gabby Rebels. A junior from Macomb, number 5, Elena Earl. A senior from Trenton, number 7, Sydney Anderson. A senior from Canton, number 8, Kelsey Zoli. A senior from Georgetown, Ontario, Canada, number 11, Leah Holman. A freshman from Washington Township, number 12, Delaney Bader. A junior from Lake Orion, number 15, Anna Marie Fosman. A junior from New Baltimore, number 16, Tegan Bergeron. A senior from Milford, number 21, Josie Huber. A sophomore from Eaton Rapids, number 26, Melanie Perney. And a senior from East Point, number 27, Elise Fries. Head coach for the Bulldogs is Nathan Kronwetter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the starting lineup for your Hope College Flying Dutch. A senior from Jackson, number 0, Kendall Robertson. A junior from Cumming, Georgia, number 4, Grace Fowler. A senior from Grand Haven, number 5, Carly Wagaski. A junior from Fishers, Indiana, number 9, Lauren Ellinger. A junior from Hudsonville, number 11, Olivia Diepa. A sophomore from Hudsonville, number 12, Bree Rose. A freshman from Portage, number 15, Mia Hesley. A freshman from Jenison, number 16, Adeline Rad. A junior from Zeeland, number 22, Ainsley Harris. A junior from Rockford, number 25, Megan McCauley. And a sophomore from Rockford, number 27, Hallie Barnard. Head coach for the Flying Dutch is Holly Van Ord. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, if you would, please remove your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Your officials for tonight's contest, Brian Chan, Chad Simchek, and Kenny Nunez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live in Technicolor from Van Andel Soccer Stadium, and I do mean Technicolor. Take a look at the far side of the field there, Mr. Matt Margarone. The fall leaves are changing. It is perfect weather for soccer. It seems like there might be a little storm front moving into the west. A couple droplets of rain hitting us maybe about mid-game. But we have an outstanding MIAA matchup between two teams who come in with nearly identical records to each other. The visiting Adrian Bulldogs coming in at a record of 9-2-1. The Hope College home team Flying Dutch sitting at a record of 9-3-1 with their most recent loss coming to Calvin University on this pitch, a game that you and I had a privilege of calling last week.
A great mid-season MIAA matchup. Adrian College is coached by second-year head coach, Nathan Kronewetter. He is also a Hope College graduate.
Amazing.
So coming back to
Let's go.
to coach against his alma mater, playing on a different, or coaching on a field different than the one he played on, which was the grass field right next door.
Sure.
But this is a great matchup between two teams undefeated in the league.
Yep. Well, not Hope.
Oh yes, Hope is one loss in the league at this
Yes.
point. So.
Yeah.
Although in
Adrian.
our booklet it says that we don't. But.
Oh, Adrian coming off a victory against Olivet, 5-0. And in that game, we saw forward Anna Marie Fosman score 4 goals in one single game. She leads all of the Bulldogs right now with 9 goals on the season so far. For those of you familiar with our men's team, that's Jackson Mindling numbers, my friends.
Yeah, for the women's, Carly Wagaski has had just a brilliant season on her end, scoring around 9 goals as well. So
You're
far this
absolutely
season.
right, yes. So Hope looking to rebound after that tough loss at home against the Calvin Knights, nationally ranked, top of the MIAA right now. Adrian has yet to play Calvin. They play Calvin in the final game of their season this year. And so we'll see what the Bulldogs can bring here, as they surely are a team to contend with, having 9 wins on the season so far, 2 losses and 1 tie. So they come in with a lot of fire, a lot of energy, very well coached, like you said. We know the Hope program here. We know how Hope College puts people up for success later on in their life, and Coach Kronewetter is no stranger to that for sure.
Yeah, early on, Adrian playing with a 4-back, Hope in a 4-back as well in their 4-3-3, trying to gain the advantage with their pace up top. Hallie Bernard tries to get by the defender there, but Paul, this is a fun game. Also, kind of we talk about recruiting, we talk about where high school athletes are looking to go to college. Adrian represents a lot of times the east side of the state. And obviously there's crossover here. Some east side of the state Michigan players will play at Hope, some west side will play. But I think Nathan Kronewetter, you'll see, has done some good recruiting from a very, very soccer-heavy area outside of Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, dangerous ball in here now as Kendall Robertson comes out to clear that one and gets clipped from the Adrian player. They're going to call a foul on looks like was that number 12? Yeah. Number 12, Delaney Batur, coming in kind of hard on Kendall Robertson, but that ball just kind of squeaking through right there.
Yeah.
Mia Hesley on her horse to get back there. Kendall Robertson wisely coming up and taking the boot on that, sacrificing her body for the greater good. As she works the ball back now to Megan McCauley, the junior out of Rockford, Michigan. Another player from Rockford on this Hope College Flying Dutch squad is Hallie Bernard, speedster up on the top outside edge. If you see a blur of pink cleats going up and down the field, I'll tell you what, that is Miss Hallie Bernard. She can run, and she can outrun nearly everybody on the pitch when she gets going. Really impressive to see, and Hope using a lot of their talent so far early on in the season. We mentioned Carly Wagaski scoring a lot of goals. Hallie Bernard has scored a few goals. Ainsley Harris has a few goals. Oh, in behind here now. Dangerous play. Mia Hesley on the defense here. Adrian not able to do anything with this as they turn it back to the top of the 18, and this ball's just going to come free for Kendall Robertson to play at her feet and just wait patiently. That ball sent over the top. Hope was not ready for that. I would look for Adrian to try to expose that if they can. Hope kind of got caught up with their numbers a little high, and Adrian slipped in behind, and that was a great send to get it over the top of Hope's defense here.
Yeah, really nice job by Hesley early, slowing down Adrian enough to allow that second defender to come in, Megan McCauley. And now Adrian has been on the front foot early in this game.
Yeah.
Really putting pressure on the Hope defense.
Josie Huber dispossessed by Bree Rose in the center of the pitch here. It's going to be a throw in for the Flying Dutch. True freshman Adeline Rad taking the throw on the far side now to McCauley, and now back to Kendall Robertson here. Mia Hesley giveaway here. That's number 10, Emma Dalzacchio. We'll get that name figured out
by the end of
by
for
the
sure.
time that
That was close
the
there,
clock
Paul.
expires. Really
Almost a corner kick, which Hope does not want to give up in this game. But it'll be a throw-in for Adrian early on. And Hope's going to try and find a way to gain a little bit of possession. Throughout the season, Paul, they have done best when they've been able to find the midfielder's feet.
Yep.
And then build out wide to the wing with allowing those wingers to have pace and take those defenders one-on-one. I believe Adrian is going to try and use that Kelvin way of defending the Hope, which is just to not allow them to be able to get space and time in the midfield, because if they do, they're hard to stop.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hope does a fantastic job of building from the back as well. As we see Megan McCauley, a beautiful tackle there at the top of the 18. Carly Wagaski going down. Mia Hesley scouting that one here. Works it out to Olivia Dieppe, who was missing in that Calvin game with an injury.
Nice to have her back.
Nice to have her back on the pitch as she works the ball back to Megan McCauley now, right around the edge of the circle. Now to Bree Rose through the middle, and Hope really wanting to get that ball out here to Ainsley Harris for that one-on-one, but well read by the Adrian defense.
Melanie Perney.
Yes. Melanie Perney, the sophomore out of Eaton Rapids, Michigan. Not terribly far from Adrian. Dieppe unable to win the ball back there. Beautiful ball sent in here now for the Bulldogs as they look to come on to it. Megan McCauley misreads it. Oh, and a brilliant tackle from McCauley. The game seems to just right now, Mr. Margarone, to be ping-ponging around a little bit. Neither team really winning the possession battle at the moment. Nice turn there from Ellinger. Now to Bernard here in the middle. Oh, Haley Bernard with a beautiful turn on the ball. Shot fired in and goes well wide of the outside post. But you know, Matt, one of the things that I've noticed is so far in this contest, and we are only about 7.5 minutes in, but the ball doesn't seem to be possessed by either team extremely well. Hope's had a couple of buildups. Adrian has had a couple of long balls sent in that they've been able to expose Hope's high midfield with. But outside of that, nobody has really won the possession battle so far.
Yeah, it's really early on in games like these. High win teams, very aggressive, very athletic. You see them trying to feel each other out, see what passes are going to work.
Yeah.
And it's just been kind of back and forth. And as the game opens up and slows down, Hope is going to try and find the midfielders. You could see when they found Bree Rose, immediately she goes wide. And then find the wings like Harris, who's so dangerous when she drives on the ball. She gets it back, puts it on her left foot.
Yeah,
and
nice
Adrian
little poke.
Stops it.
Yeah, Grace Fowler made a nice read on that to poke it right back to Ainsley, but Harris unable to do anything with it around the top of the 18. She was dispossessed by the Bulldogs defense. Hesley now with the ball, looking to work it back to Kendall Robertson, the goalkeeper. Little giveaway here from Ellinger, back to the Bulldogs now. Ball sent in long, and Megan McCauley able to turn on it and push it back to Kendall Robertson. Lots of plays back to Kendall Robertson so far in this game. Mia Hesley now dribbling free, looking for the long send, hits it a little too hard for the on-running Olivia Dieppe here on this near touchline. Adrian throw in now, looking to push the ball up, as they have done pretty much so far in this first half here. And now ball skates under Ellinger's foot, plays it to Bernard. Now Bernard with the turn. Speed from Hallie Bernard here, looking to put it past her defender, and we've got a goal kick here for the Adrian Bulldogs, as Bernard was unable to keep that from going off of her shin and out of bounds.
Hey, Steve. Hey, but
Wagaski now winning the ball in the middle. Now to Ainsley Harris. Ainsley Harris lays it off for Grace Fowler, who's unable to corral it. Gets it back to Ainsley. Harris now to Ellinger. Ellinger leaves it for Wagaski in the middle and scooped up by Gabrielle Revels, the goalkeeper, the junior from Belleville, Michigan, for the Bulldogs. Big boot here from the Bulldogs, and that ball is going to skate free here. Mia Hesley giving pressure now. Great turn there by number 8, Kelsey Zoli. Ball in now. Oh, Kendall Robertson making the smart read on that. But Delaney Batur coming in with those bright green cleats and nearly taking one from Kendall Robertson here. Great lead for Adeline Rad. And Adrian now looking to work the ball through the middle, as they are playing very patient right now. They've had a couple of long balls sent in over the top like we've talked about. 10 minutes gone in this first half. Hope wins that possession here. Ainsley Harris with the beautiful turn to keep her defender off of it. Great turn from Harris. Works the ball at the midline now. Lots of room to dribble, lots of room to roam free. Tries to put it right through to Grace Fowler. Unable to do so. Oh, and referee says no handball on that. Mia Hesley hit her right in the chest, but Adrian's defense so far, Matt, has been stellar. Anything that Hope tries to poke through or any through balls that they try to make, Adrian snuffs out very easily.
Yeah, midfielders of Leah Holman and Josie Huber have been really good so far. Just blocking Fowler and Harris and Rose as they've been trying to push that ball through. But those dual sixes kind of right now are just stuffing everything that Hope tries to do. And don't look now, Alana Earl is going 1v1 versus Megan McCauley.
Ball at the top of the 18 now, looking to work it. Are the Bulldogs a little try to spin move there? Unable to get it. And this ball looks like it's going to roam right off of the end line there. Olivia Dieppe seeing that ball go out of bounds. Happily for the Flying Dutch, as Emma Del Zacchio was giving chase. We've got a throw in here now for the Flying Dutch on this near touchline, as Dieppe looks for some friendly white jerseys to put it up to. She sends it long now. Grace Fowler giving chase here. Ball caroms off of Fowler's back here, and now one possession back by Ainsley Harris, who works it through the middle, now up to Carly Wagaski, and Wagaski just unable to turn on her defender. Great 1-2 pass here for the Bulldogs, now looking to work it up. Ball out to Del Zacchio on this near touchline, and Mia Hesley blocks that ball out of bounds. And we got to throw in for the Bulldogs here.
Yeah, Paul, Tegan Bergeron here, who just received the ball on that. Just playing the captain's armband, has been playing really well in that center defense, as that goes out of bounds for a goal kick. But, you know, every time Hope tries to build out of the in that front third, middle third, these dual sixes, number 21 Josie Huber and number 11 Leah Holman, have stuffed it. And when we've gotten into that back line, the captain, Tegan Bergeron, has just been stuffing the Dutch at point of impact, and they've just not been able to get in behind.
Yeah, Hope unable to really break through that line despite a couple of shots going towards the frame of the goal here. Kendall Robertson playing the ball now to Bree Rose, who works it back out to Megan McCauley here. One of the things that I love from Adrian so far, as McCauley puts this ball long for Hallie Bernard, and Hallie just turns on the speed, but the ball will go off of her foot and off of the end line for a goal kick here for the Bulldogs. One of the things that I love about Adrian's game right now is that they know how to get in behind Hope. They have had a lot of opportunities by sending the ball over top, catching Hope's defenders a little bit on their heels, and they have allowed for those balls to kind of skirt through a little bit And Adrian has taken advantage of it by running on and getting some numbers high while Hope still tries to recover. Well read there at the top of the 18 by Adrian's defense. Ball out now on the far side of the pitch on the far touch. Oh, a great 1-2, little give and go. But that runner on the far side, I can't tell who. I think that's Sydney Anderson, the senior out of Trenton, Michigan. Did not read the pass the same way that her.
Woo.
Oh, Hallie Bernard turns on the Jets. Blocked. Shot put in now.
Dangerous
and
play.
And that ball's going to
there.
go wide, and that's going to be a corner kick. Hallie Bernard just turns on the Jets, has a favorable bounce down to her foot, and is able to put the ball in across. And that was, if you're a Bulldog fan, that was a dangerous opportunity for the Flying Dutch.
Yeah, Bergeron got her head on that ball as that was headed to the far post, and now Bree Rose will step up for the corner kick.
Bree Rose putting that one well behind the net. Ball never even went in bounds. A rare miss for Bree Rose, who usually is pretty stellar from some of those set pieces. We know that she can put it in the mixer. Hope has scored a number of goals this year on corner kicks alone. Thanks a lot to the placement that Bree Rose has given her teammates here.
This is a fun matchup, Paul Willard. It's been a great game to watch so far. Two teams, both with 9 wins on the season, battling very hard to stay in the race with the MIAA leading Calvin Knights. And, you know, Hope is kind of starting to figure it out, starting to find a little more possession. Adrian's been super dangerous on the counterattack and playing the long ball, but they haven't gotten that final shot off as Hope. Mia Hesley, Megan McCauley, Olivia Diepu have really kind of, right at the right moment, been able to take the ball from Adrian, or Adrian has kind of slowed it up and looked for that extra attacker to join, and just hasn't had enough numbers up top to create the attack that they want.
Yeah, Adrian hasn't really tested Kendall Robertson yet. Hope really hasn't tested Fallon Revels yet either for the Bulldogs, outside of 1 or 2. As Adrian puts pressure on here now, what a great pass. And as I was just saying, they hadn't really tested Kendall Robertson yet.
Good shot on that one. Didn't get fully a hold of it. Credit the defense of Hope, but yeah, great play. Great buildup by Adrian there, Paul.
Yeah. Adrian, I noticed too, like you mentioned, they're always looking, right when they get around the top of the 18, Adrian is always looking for that extra pass. And that's really smart soccer. That's really unselfish soccer. And as you are trying to build and wait for those gaps to open up,
that's right,
where you can see some of those passing lanes, they're being so patient around the top of the 18, where a lot of teams who might be a little more inexperienced might try to put that into the mix, might try to test the goalkeeper a little bit early. But credit to Adrian for being extremely patient on that and just waiting for some of those runners to come back in and find those lanes so that they can try to test Robertson as best as they can.
Yeah, you know, it's an interesting debate as a soccer team, and obviously they're coached to look for that late runner. Sometimes when you go quick and fast, you're able to get behind the defense and not allow that second defender to step up and double team. But if you go in by yourself, you're going 1v2. So it's kind of like to see Adrian just a couple times go in and play against the odds, if you will, and try and drive at the Hope defense, see if they can get in behind, get that extra goal, get a set piece or a corner kick.
Oh, nice touch from Fowler. Harris working the ball back to Fowler now, who's going to clear it long to the far side to Hallie Bernard. Bernard works it back to Megan McCauley now.
Yeah, and you're seeing little pockets of space open up for Hope as they settle into this game.
Lauren Ellinger unable to run that one down as the wind speed picks up here. You can hear it on our microphones. Wholesale substitutions coming in. 4 players Coming in for the Flying Dutch, Lena Ray, Claudia Folkert, Avery Koy-Kendall, and Sophie Novak.
Hey, nice. And the umbrellas are coming out,
The
too.
umbrellas are coming out. There must be a couple
jackets,
of sprinkles, yeah.
The hoods. It's a beautifully warm day.
It really is.
Really warm for late October here. So the rain will be a nice warm mist. Mist? It's a weird way to say that word. I apologize.
Oh, Lena Ray with the nice touch to Ellinger. But now Koy-Kendall running onto it, sends it far to Folkert.
Oh, wow. What a play.
Wow, Claudia Folkert just unable to get around that and put it back to the net.
Hard to see on that. Whether
Yeah,
the
it really
Adrian
was.
defender hit it back into Folkert and then out. But a beautiful challenge by both players there.
Yeah.
Hope great with those 4 subs and making an immediate impact in the game, creating a goal-scoring opportunity.
Ball now into the middle. One back by Adeline Rad here in Hope's defensive third, working it back to Megan McCauley now. McCauley moving it back to Robertson, and Robertson now to Mia Hesley here on the outside. Mia Hesley with tons of room to roam. No Adrian attackers really giving her any fits at all, and Hope dispossessed here. Outstanding defense from the center back and outside midfielders for the Bulldogs here. As we've mentioned all game, those 2 6s have really stepped in and won the balls back here as Folkert leaves it for Sophie Novak, and Novak unable to possess the ball. Megan McCauley meets it at the midline now. Hope working the ball around. Back to McCauley now. McCauley looking for some white jerseys. Plays it back to Mia Hesley now at the midline.
Yeah, Adrian sitting in kind of a mid to low block now, really trying to make Hope beat them and then come out quick with pace.
Oh, great read by Hesley. Mia Hesley still stepping in. Oh, what a through ball to Avery Koy-Kendall, who's unable to get around it and put it towards the net.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the freshman Hesley so far this year. That's an attacking play from the center back position where she nearly springs Koy-Kendall in for a goal on the attack. And on the defense in that first 10 minutes, she slowed up an Adrian 1v1 and allowed McCauley to come back. So she's just been phenomenal all season for the Flying Dutch.
Great read by Rad here. Grace Fowler heading the ball on the near touchline here now. Pushes it back to Hesley. Hesley looks to clear it out, but does not find a fellow white jersey. Nice turn here from the Bulldogs, and that's going to go in for Kendall Robertson to scoop that one up pretty easily for the Flying Dutch now. Megan McCauley now with the ball on the far side. Adrian not putting a ton of high pressure on Hope anymore in the same way that they were for the first 10 minutes of this game. You know, kind of sitting back into that, like you talked about, that little bit of a high block there where they're able to try to stop Hope's attack right now. Hope definitely winning the possession game over the last 10 minutes here.
Yeah, Adrian is really playing with that number 9. When I say number 9, that's a center forward, Kelsey Zoli, who's really trying to gain the long ball with her back to goal, play it back to the midfield, and then spring the attack with the number 10, Emma Del Zacchio, coming up alongside her, and number 12, Delaney Batur. So really 3 attackers, but they're sitting low on the defensive end. Set piece here for Adrian. Nice turn on the ball, but not able to put that on goal. And so it's an interesting battle of styles, Paul, as subs start to come into the game, which is pretty normal for Coach Holly Van Noord in her first season here at Hope. She plays a lot of players. She wants to keep a high pace to the game. And we'll see how the game kind of opens up or slows down, and these different styles play out as the game kind of gets into more of a rhythm. You know, first 10 minutes of a game usually is hard to tell what's going on as both teams have a lot of jitters. This is a big game, and then as the game slows in, people settle down.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hope really settling in on the possession game. We talked about the possession game pretty early on in this contest and who was going to do it, because both teams had the ball kind of ping-ponging around for the first 5 or 6 minutes of the contest so far. Hope winning the possession matchup right now as Lena Ray heads that on to Liz Bellinger, who's unable to corral that. And Adrian's defense around that defensive third right there has just been stellar and stalwart so far. Adeline Rad with a good poke here out to Claudia Folkert now on the near touch. Folkert able to corral it, works it back to Olivia Dieppe now. Dieppe finds Bellinger in the middle. Oh, great read from Bellinger there to find Sophie Novak. Novak running free now.
Great run.
Great move by Novak to go on the outside edge of her defender there. Pushes it now to Claudia Folkert here. Hope works it back now. Losing a little bit of that momentum from Sophie Novak's run, but I don't hate the play there.
Yeah.
Now Lena Ray with it, works it back to Novak.
Kept possession, which is what Hope has been good at all season, moving the ball side to side through the midfield. You got to love that, making the Adrian defense chase the ball.
Ball sent in now. Lena Ray unable to make the read on it as it skated free around the top of the 18. Mia Hesley and Megan McCauley now giving chase to the ball.
It's really fun to watch Sophie Novak and Liz Bellinger come into this midfield together. Both juniors have played together for 3 years in that midfield. And coach really uses them together because they have really great chemistry. If you are a midfielder and a young player, watch the way Liz Bellinger checks her shoulder.
Great leave. Dangerous play there as the keeper looked like she was going to come out and grab it for Adrian there. I really love that play. Did you see that leave for Adeline Rad to run onto it was great. Rad not getting it up high enough to get it across into the middle of the box, and Adrian kind of snuffing that one out rather easily. McCauley looks to put this one into the center of the 18.
Dangerous ball there.
Folkert giving chase now is going to play it back to Audra Uziak here, who just checked into the game. Oh, Folkert with a beautiful turn here now. Looks to put it across. Woo! Easily read by Gabrielle Fallon-Revels, the junior goalkeeper for the Bulldogs out of Belleville, Michigan.
Tough play there by the goalkeeper, though, coming with a lot of pace, bouncing. The rain has started up, so the ball might be a little bit slick. But she held the ball well. If that ball caroms or deflects just a little bit, we can see opportunities come for the Flying Dutch.
A great read from Mia Hesley there. You can't say enough good things about the true freshman. Ball left for Adeline Rad now, who looks to cross it in to Folkert. Well scouted by the Bulldog defense. Rad finds the ball at her feet, unable to corral it, and that's going to go out of bounds now for a Bulldog throw-in.
Yeah, Tegan Bergeron, the junior captain from New Baltimore, Michigan, in that right center back role has just been phenomenal so far. Going up big for a header there, reading the play, just a phenomenal player. You can see why this team has 9 wins this season.
Played back now to Robertson. Robertson with the big boot here. Claudia Folkert lets it bounce over her head, trying to win the one-on-one matchup here. We've got a throw-in now for the Bulldogs.
Melanie Perney containing Folkert on that play, and she just puts that ball up in the air on that one. Hope gets caught in between. And Adrian is doing a great job by that number 9 up there, holding off the Hope defense. Kelsey Zoli, that's really her role, playing with the back to the goal, trying to maintain possession for Adrian as they have struggled in the last 15 minutes, really gaining any good possession.
Kendall Robertson calling Audra Uziak off of the ball here, works it out to McCauley now towards the far side of the pitch. Sophie Novak tries to leave it for her teammates and unable to do so, but Adeline Rad sniffs that out, passes it back to Kendall Robertson here. who pushes it to Megan McCauley now.
Yeah, Kendall Robertson, a transfer student from Grand Valley, in her 4th year, senior year, kind of an atypical situation.
Sure.
But she's happy to be at Hope. Felt she needed a switch, and Hope was happy to pick up a national champion in a Grand Valley State keeper.
Yeah. Yeah, Kendall Robertson, I believe, winning the national championship at Grand Valley when she was a sophomore.
Yeah.
Grand Valley women's soccer team, of course, known for their excellent championship athletics and multiple trips to the NCAA tournament, of course. So
it was a fun sight to see. Her teammates came out to support her the other night at
the Calvin game. I remember that.
Yeah,
that was great.
A fun sight to see is a lot of these athletes know each other. They play youth soccer against each other over the years, and so some go D1 through D3. It's kind of at times somewhat of a difference between those divisions, and at other times the gap is not as large as you would think.
Yeah, McCauley now working the ball back around to Mia Hesley. You know, if I'm Hope and Adrian, one of the things that I think they need to turn up the dial on a little bit more within the next 10 minutes or so as this first half draws to a close here. Lena Ray now on the break, puts it back towards the center of the 18. Coy Kendall tries to field that one, unable to do so. McCauley wins the header. Adrian now sending that in over the top of Hope's defense. Audra Uziak smartly playing it back to her keeper, Kendall Robertson. But one of the things I'm looking at, if I'm Hope or Adrian right now, is how can we turn the dial up and get those balls through the middle a little bit more across the top of the 18 to put some shots on goal, or maybe try to get some of those crosses in from the wing. Right now, Hope is playing super well on this far outside wing. They've had a lot of streaking runs down there. They've played a lot of balls towards the center, but none of them have been able to be won out of the air. Adrian, on the other hand, what they've done really well is put the ball over top of Hope's defense, but then they've been almost too patient at times, waiting for their teammates to run up so that they can put a shot on goal.
What number on the dial would you suggest they turn it up to?
Oh, I would say 11.
11. Yeah.
It's always 11.
The answer is
always 11.
Always 11. For those of you in the older generation, you'll recognize that Spinal Tap reference.
And if you're in the younger generation, I'm sorry if you don't know that reference, but now is your chance to go see This Is Spinal Tap.
I wonder if it still holds up.
It absolutely does.
Think so?
Yeah, absolutely does. Is the original mockumentary.
It was.
Yeah. Checking in now to the game for the first time, Jenna Schreiber.
Oh, nice to see.
Nice to see Jenna Schreiber out on the field, the sophomore out of Jenison, Michigan, Unity Christian product, semi-local as we like to say around here.
That's right. We have a freshman from Hudsonville, Haley Baldwin, on the team, who played at Hudsonville High School, which is an interesting connection there because Hope's head coach actually coached at Hudsonville High School for the last 2 years. So she has a player actually on Adrian's team that she's coached for the last few years, which is kind of fun.
That is really
to see.
fun.
Again, the soccer world, while there's a ton of athletes, it's small, and so people know each other. A lot of times these recruits are some people that have talked to multiple schools in the MIAA. So these games are really fun when these players get to see each other, see players they played club with through the years.
Lena Ray fields it back to Liz Bellinger now. Liz on the run, looking to play it in. Bellinger keeps it at her feet. Outstanding footwork here. Now to Jenna Schreiber. Schreiber looks to put it to Claudia Folkert now. Folkert back to Liz Bellinger, who's looking to turn her defender around the edge of the 18. Unable to get around all the way as Adeline Rad has possession now. Back to Sophie Novak. Novak leaving it for Uziak on this near touch now. Uziak playing it back. Hope keeping possession really, really well so far in this contest. I'll be interested to see the breakdown once we get those stats from our crack crew here. Just to see kind of what Hope's possession actually looks like once we get those numbers. I imagine that Hope will have won more than close to 60% of the possession
I would believe so
in this
too.
first half.
But you got to credit Adrian early on. Great ball there. Staying super disciplined on the defensive end.
They absolutely are. Schreiber now with the ball, looking to put a shot on frame, goes well wide to the far right side.
Look at that low block, though. All 11 players by the Bulldogs are in the, I would say, 30 yards of the goal. And you can literally see their formation playing out.
Yeah.
4 backs, 4 midfielders, 2 forwards, and you can see them just moving side to side, and the communication is high. So if I'm a coach who's coaching defense, I'm just saying, well done. Hope is looking for the lanes, looking to penetrate, looking to get in behind. And every time they make 1 pass or 2 passes that are breaking the lines, a second defender steps in and blocks it. And so that's literally what you want to do against a high potent possession team like Hope College.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Adrian's defense, like we talked about earlier, has been stellar and stalwart so far as Uziak wins that challenge.
2 good S words.
Thank you. Lena Ray giving chase now. Lena Ray turns on the afterburners here. Now on the edge of the 18, looking to find a fellow white jersey to lay it off to. Finds Uziak back here. Hope keeping possession as Uziak puts it in the middle. And if you're Hope, you don't want to have a giveaway like that. Oh, yeah, referee, from our vantage point, making the right call on that one. Mia Hesley going up for the header. Kelsey Zoli coming in underneath, kind of taking the legs out from Mia Hesley. Referee making the right call on that one here. The Adrian fans not happy about that one, but from our vantage point, it was pretty easy to see that Hesley was undercut on that. Folkert now with the ball at the edge of the 18, turns, finds Lena Ray at the top. Oh, Bellinger with the softest touch.
Oh, my, great save.
Carried away by the goalkeeper. That's going to go out of bounds. Oh, Bellinger, deftest of touches, my friend.
She had one about 3 minutes ago where I thought she was going to uncork it and shoot it, but she held off. This one, she got enough space past that defender, and it was a great shot and even better save from Fallon Revels. But Hope will end up a corner kick.
Boot into the middle of the box now. Dangerous play for the Bulldogs. Unable to corral it. Hope wins possession now, works it back to Megan McCauley. Looking to scout a teammate, takes a shot on goal. McCauley with the David Beckham-esque shot from almost the midline. Not exactly chipping the keeper, but puts a rifle.
A lot of power as she kind of wound up on that. You wondered if she was going to chip that ball in.
Sure.
Then she just said, hey, I got 8 yards of space, no defenders.
Might as well take it.
I got a good look. I can kind of see over the defense. But Rebels was kind of up to the task, had a great hold on that. A couple subs in here for the Dutch. I see senior Margaret Oshani into the game. And who else?
I believe that was it. That was just Margaret Oshani coming into the contest here. Oh, Sophie Novak just unable to put it through. Great read by Jenna Schreiber there. Winning the ball back, puts it to Novak in the center of the field here. Novak, lots of room to roam now. Finds Bellinger. Oh, Bellinger with a beautiful turn.
Schreiber's going to take a hit, picks her head up, and it goes over the goal. You know what, though? I was saying earlier, and the play picked up, watching Liz Bellinger turn in that center of the field is a thing of beauty.
It really is.
If you watch her every time before she receives the ball, take note, young players, coaches, she checks her shoulder, looks to see where the defender is. So before she receives the ball, when she gets it, her turn is so quick. And the defenders can't keep up with it. And that's creating a lot of space and opportunities for the Hope offense.
She also has a tendency to fake a little bit and drop her shoulder one way to pull the defender. You know, and that, I mean, the shoulder drop move, if you've got your back to an opponent, that is just a brilliant heads up play. Oh, what a turn from Rad on the far side. But one back. by the Bulldogs defense, and we've got a scoop up here for Fallon Revels easily for the Bulldogs. We tick down to 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in this contest. Matt Margarone, what a great game so far. Hope really winning the possession battle so far in this matchup, and able to keep Adrian out of their defense, out of Hope's defensive third here, as Adrian was having kind of their way in the first 10 minutes or so, with Hope putting the ball over top, getting those runs in, but they have not had much success with that lately, and that's a huge credit to Hope not turning the ball over.
Yeah, Hope has really kind of started to exert their will on this game, possess, but Adrian has also sat back a little bit, content to let Hope possess at the midfield and then really tighten the screws as they get into that front third. Hope is going to want to try and get in behind, maybe a couple more 1v1s, use Liz Bellinger, Lena Ray, the speed of Bernard or Margaret to get in behind and get these more shots on goal. Yeah. Not just shots from 30 yards out, but shots from 18 yards out, shots from 20 yards out that kind of get in a little deeper and have more percentage chance of going into the goal.
Hesley now working the ball into the middle for Sophie Novak. Novak did not see Anna-Marie Fosman, coming in right behind her. Novak wins possession here at the center of the anchor. Finds Mia Hesley now. Hesley just with a tad of a misread there for Bellinger. Oh, great step in there by Novak as well.
Yeah,
Novak tries to put it long into the mix for Oshani, who was running on. Now Claudia Folkert gives chase, and we've got a throw in here on the far corner of the near touchline for the Flying Dutch. Audra Uziak taking the throw now for the Flying Dutch. Uziak finds Lena Ray. Ray finds Bellinger. Bellinger tries to poke it through, unable to do so. Lena Ray with the heads up play to keep her foot on the ball. And Hope, just this amount of high pressure, but you can really see, like you talked about, Adrian's defense settling in, trying to keep and hold those lines as well as they can. Ball ping-ponging around now between Rad and her defender. McCauley sends it long to Schreiber, who puts it for Oshani, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Adrian Bulldogs.
Yeah, Adrian doing a great job defensively, especially in that final third. But as they've tried to build out, you've got to credit Hope's defense, especially Hope's midfielders and backs, who have just been jumping the passes, stepping in front, and not allowing Adrian that time to build, and maybe even more importantly, not allowing their players to turn, to pick up their heads, to play that long ball over the top. And so when you play really tight midfield defense, that doesn't allow the midfielders to pick up their heads and create that long ball, which Adrian was getting in the early bits of this game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Hope has really clamped down on what I like to call jumping the routes a little bit, and they've really shorn that up and made sure that they fill those gaps as quickly as they can so that Adrian does not have time to turn and put the ball over top. McCauley now room to roam, plays it for Ray, and she's unable to handle that. McCauley's got to get back on defense now.
That's right, she's up high.
Oh, a great send in here for the Bulldogs, but Sophie Novak scouting that one rather easily for the Flying Dutch.
Yeah, really nice play by Novak as she read that her center back had gone up high on the attack. So she slipped into that center back position and shut down that long ball. Adrian was also trying to find, noticing that McCauley was up, trying to find the number 15 Fosman, but was unable to play that ball into the space that she was going to.
Yeah, Anne-Marie Fosman leading all scorers for the Adrian Bulldogs with 9 goals on the season so far, like we talked about up top. 4 of those goals coming in their last game against Olivet. Wow. Crazy that almost half of her goals came in one single game so far this year. As Folkert tries to play that one in, well scouted by the Bulldogs defense. Our good friend Darren Dysomar is telling us that there's 1 minute remaining in the first half. Nice turn by Schreiber. Folker putting it in for Bellinger, and she is off sides by 1.5 centimeters.
It looked like a good run.
Yeah.
Great timing. Bellinger with a great first touch. Looking that she was going to turn on that with a full volley, which would have been nice to watch, but the whistle had blown, and so we move on to the next play.
Uziak tries to, wins the header, unable to play it to Folker, and that's going to go right off of Uziak's foot. 15 seconds left in the first half here. Matt Margarone, as we go into half, what do you think about the adjustments that either team can make here?
I think Hope just needs to remain patient, keep building their offense going side to side, and hope over 90 minutes that Adrian can't stay in that defensive block and win the game.
Yeah.
And then Adrian is going to have to stay disciplined and see if that 1 or 2 counterattacks can just break through and see if they can pull off a 1-0 game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, a fantastic matchup so far. Knotted at 0-0 at the half here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium. The visiting Adrian Bulldogs and the Hope College Flying Dutch are heading into halftime. We'll be back with you shortly in about 15 minutes.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope Admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope Admissions Office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Hope students come from diverse backgrounds, ready to create an environment where truth is sought, all voices are amplified, and challenges are met with determination and confidence. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
My name's Emma Duttmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there is to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share Hope stories of transformational impact.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Every day, the people of Hope College are
leading,
discovering,
believing,
dreaming,
pursuing,
serving,
innovating,
exploring,
creating,
collaborating,
questioning,
curing.
We are finding new ways to do old things.
We are challenging the status quo
and building a legacy.
We are pursuing truth.
We are solving tomorrow's problems today.
We are thinking globally.
We are faithfully hoping.
We are celebrating victories.
This day and every day,
we are strengthened by our faith,
bound by a shared commitment to building community,
and dedicated to providing our students with a world-class liberal arts education.
Faithful,
welcoming, transformational.
This is Hope College.
The mission of Hope College is to educate students for lives of leadership and service in a global society through academic and co-curricular programs of recognized excellence in the liberal arts and in the context of the historic Christian faith. To sum that up, our mission is to transform lives. And one question we have to ask ourselves every day is, how do we do that? How do we transform lives? Well, transforming lives starts with transforming hearts. And this might surprise you, but transforming hearts starts with money. Jesus says in Matthew 6, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. We've heard that line a lot of times, so many times that it's become a cliche, and we think we know exactly what Jesus is saying, but we don't. What we think he's saying is, where your heart is, there your treasure will be. In other words, what we think he's saying is, what you care about will determine how you use your money. And that's actually not what he's saying. He's saying the exact opposite. He's saying how you use your money will determine what you care about. In other words, your money can lead to a changed heart. Your money is the gateway to a transformed heart. And this is why Hope Forward is so powerful, because as a place that's constantly trying to think about how do we transform lives, Hope Forward builds our entire business model around giving. Not paying tuition bills, but giving. And the Bible says giving is the gateway to a transformed heart. So yes, it's about changing our business model, but Hope Forward is a lot deeper than that. Hope Forward is about changing hearts. It allows us to move the mission of hope forward. with new power.
Can't none of y'all beat me. Boy, I'm so good, it feel like I'm cheating. A well of the storm, I feel like it's season. This type of drive could push Lamborghinis. So get yourself signed and have your own sneaker. I'm in the van, I'm pushing the meter. A legend like John for everyday people. I got the heart of a champion. I got the blood of a winner. I don't know how to be stagnant. I got way too much ambition. I keep on beating statistics. How would I be denied? My only option is winning. I'm crossing the finish line. I put myself in a place where nothing can top me. I feel like I'm space. It's bigger than profit, but still I get paid. My thinking colossal, not minimum wage. Talk to the loss like I know the way. Stay on my job like who need a break? It wasn't possible, I heard them say, but I'm like MacGyver to all my mistakes. Running back home, now look at the bases. Been winning so long, I feel like a native. I got what you want, but you cannot take it. I do what you don't, cause I'm more creative. I put me on, no help for your favors. I'm breaking the mold to show you the flavors. I got control, you can't enable. I'm using my flaws to make me the greatest. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah, I'm number one. 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 Yeah, I'm number one. I'm number one.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Welcome back to Van Andel Soccer Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, here on the campus of Hope College in Holland, Michigan. We saw a 0-0 tie for the first half between the visiting Adrian Bulldogs and your home team, the Hope College Flying Dutch. My name is Paul Willard. I am alongside my buddy in the broadcast booth, my crooning chaplain, Mr. Matt Margarone himself.
Sometimes I sing. Sometimes I sing.
From now on, you do.
Oh, wow.
Hey-oh, that's a deep cut.
I spoke in a chapel last year, and I sung, and Paul will not sung. I sang? I sang is the proper
You
tense.
sang, thank you.
And Paul will not let me live that down. He is still slightly upset by the fact that I rib him that he brings up pickup soccer every time he broadcasts a call.
I have not done it yet so far.
You haven't done it tonight?
No.
But
No, I
my
have
favorite is when he says, you know what that reminded me of? When I was playing against a number of other 50-some-year-old, you're not 50-some.
I'm not 50.
He gave me this look. And one of us made a heavy touch.
Yeah, and the ball just skated. Yeah. The ball does move very fast on this turf.
It does.
I will say that.
And
I will say that.
One of the things as we talk about some of the stats from the first half to note is that Hope has done a really, really good job keeping those touches tight, having good possession. A little bit is the fact that Adrian has sat back and allowed Hope to do that a little bit. But their strategy is a bend but don't break and get out in the counterattack.
Yeah.
Hope holding, as we thought, 64% possession.
I was pretty close. I said 60-40.
Yeah, yeah.
64-36.
Yeah, well, it probably changed in the minutes.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Since you said
totally,
that.
It totally did.
But Hope also has a 10-3 shots advantage, but only, let's see, on goal, shots on goal, it looks like only 1 or 2 shots on goal for the Dutch.
Ainsley Harris, turns her defender on the far side touch. Harris still keeping possession now. Plays it up the field for Wagoski, unable to win that ball, as we have just a beautiful shot here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium. We mentioned off the top, the leaves are changing. It is a unseasonably warm end of October here in Michigan, but we are forever grateful for the beautiful weather that we've been having here. I'll tell you what, Mr. Margarone, this past weekend we were up north in the Traverse City area, and you could not ask for better weather up in Glen Arbor near Sleeping Bear Dunes. 67 degrees at night, 75 degrees during the day. It was just a beautiful experience, and only rivaled by this experience today here on this soccer pitch.
I like
love that connection.
They
Thank
call
you.
it peak season
It
here
is
in West Michigan when the trees hit their peak, and we're in that. And you know what else is at the peak? Both of these teams are right now hitting their peak. Both 9 wins on the season.
Beautifully
a
done.
Battle in the MIAA between the second and the third place team, trying to keep the race tight with the first place Kelvin Knights.
McCauley looks to send it up. Well read and well scouted by number 7, Sydney Anderson for the Bulldogs. Great step by Mia Hesley there. Hallie Bernard looking to turn on her opponent, unable to do so. Bernard coming back to win that one. McCauley smartly turns it back to Adeline Rad here on this near touchline.
Rad played, I believe, the whole first half for a freshman. That's a great
Carly
play. And
Wagoski.
Wagoski's in behind.
Great touch from Wagoski, taking the defender one-on-one, takes a cut into the middle of the 18, drops it for Ainsley Harris at the top, and just not enough mustard on it to get across to Ainsley Harris. Grace Fowler winning that one back in the midfield, though, and Hope still keeps possession.
Yeah, Melanie Perney, Tegan Bergeron, the number 27, Elise Fries, and number 7 in the back, Sydney Anderson, have really just been phenomenal, playing disciplined defense, stepping at just the right time, and slowing down that potent attack from the Dutch.
Harris finds Wagoski now. Wagoski turns and shoots, well blocked by the Bulldogs defense, like we mentioned. Just absolutely reading the right passes, reading the right marks. The Bulldogs defense has just done a fantastic job. Like we mentioned, Perney, Huber back there doing all the work to keep Hope out of scoring position here. And Hope has certainly had their chances to win possession and win the ball across the top of the 18, but massive credit to Adrian's defense here.
so interesting when a team has 10 shots in a period and only 2 are on goal. A lot of times that shows that the team is creating, the defensive team, Adrian in this case, is forcing Hope to taking shots from distance or shots at bad angles so that they don't end up on goal. Hope is going to have to be patient as Harris steps in front. Oh,
Ooh.
wow. Good change of pace there for McCauley to play a diagonal long ball, and Ainsley Harris almost steps in front of the defender and gets enough on it, but the great goalkeeper so far from Adrian.
Yeah, Fallon Revels just, Gabrielle Fallon Revels just making really well scouted attacks defensively on the ball so far, reading the crosses really well, and having a couple opportunities to make a few saves here and there. Hope has actually put the ball over the bar quite a few times on when they've had an opportunity to shoot it right around the edge of the 18 or the top of the 18. Hallie Bernard chests that one down, looks to slot it through to an on-running Grace Fowler. McCauley with the excellent header win. Rad tries to head it back up to Fowler, unable to do so, and the Bulldogs win possession here. Looks like we got a foul on Bree Rose as she was going up against the fellow number 12, Delaney Batur. Adrian now with the big boot up the field, headed down by Bree Rose, won back by the Bulldogs here. Now the Bulldogs taking possession of the ball here in the middle, sends it long. Mia Hesley happy to play that back to Kendall Robertson. Little dangerous ball there as the Adrian attacker was putting some high pressure on, and now we've got Mia Hesley running free, leaves it for Ainsley Harris, unable to do anything with it, but Hope maintains possession with Dieppe now working it to Fowler, Fowler to Ellinger, now to Bree Rose. Bree Rose finds Wagoski. Carly Wagoski with a beautiful scout out here to Adeline Rad on the far side, unable to put it around the top of the circle at the 18 for the Flying Dutch, and Lauren Ellinger with a nice poke there now. Dieppe sending it long in for Wagoski, and Gabrielle Fallon Revels just with a great read on that, and Hope just unable. Once they get in and they're able to put the ball across the middle of the box, they're just not finding those connections where you would normally find either a header or someone to chest it down and maybe get their foot on it. Oh, Ainsley Harris just with the body work to get around her defender. Nice move here for Harris. She's on the outside edge, leaves it, slotted ball for Ellinger. And just like we have all game, Mr. Margarone, that back line of the Adrian defense just doing some stellar work.
Yeah, if you watch them closely, always pointing, talking, communicating. And
Dieppe on the break at the top of the 18, still wins possession here. Close call for,
Wagoski almost got a little touch and tip on that.
Yeah,
and
Fallon Revels just barely grabbing onto that with her fingertips.
She held it tight afterwards,
I know.
almost like I'm grateful that I got this gift, that it ended up in my hands rather than in the back of the net.
Yeah, I thought that was going over the top of her fingers for sure. Hallie Bernard with the turn now. The speedster coming on. Hallie Bernard turns on the Jets, puts it across, and that's going to be a corner kick blocked out of bounds by number 15, Anna-Marie Fosman.
Actually, that was Tegan Bergeron.
Was it Tegan? Okay.
Again. It's just always in the right spot. The captain, number 16.
There it is.
Playing well.
15 and 16 look nearly identical from back up here.
Fosman is up top. She's the one that
she
scored the 4 goals in the last game. But Bergeron has just been captaining the defense.
Yeah, outstanding work. Ball in the mixer. Great grab by Gabrielle Fallon Revels, the junior goalkeeper out of Belleville, Michigan. What an outstanding grab to go up and get that.
Yeah, just playing incredible defense by these Bulldogs. Hope is going to have to be patient and perseverant to push that ball side to side. Ref waiting a little bit on that play, as that was a foul on Hope, to see where the advantage played, and then the Bulldogs will end up with it. You know, I think, Paul, this would be a great time. in the broadcast to just kind of take a minute to thank, as a member of Hope Athletics that we do here, part of the Hope Broadcast Network, we want to thank our anchor partners for helping us be able to put on broadcasts like this, be able to support all of Hope Athletics throughout the season. BPW,
literally keeping the lights on.
Keeping the lights on. LVZ Financial Planning, Gentex Corporation, Lighthouse Title Group, Holland Hospital, Shoreline Orthopedics, Sports Medicine Collaborative. And I'm glad I got through that because don't look now, Adrian has a dangerous set piece.
Yeah, they do. Adrian from about 30 yards out with a free kick here after a foul on Bree Rose. A lot of the Bulldog players on this far left side of the 18 here looking to go into their set piece. I'm curious to see how they play this one, if they do a little drop in over the top. Rifled in. Ooh, wow, what a strike.
Oh, my goodness.
Kendall Robertson.
She caught it initially, and it almost slipped through the back of her hands.
Yeah, Kendall.
It's like a double save.
Sure. Robertson making a great read on that, but an incredible strike from Josie Huber. Oh, what a strike from Huber on that one.
And she's onside. See if she can play it through.
Oh.
A little too far.
We've got a
look like this
offsides call here.
Near side defender was keeping her onside.
Sure.
But the AR has said by the time the ball was played from Harris, she started in an onside position, but must have been the timing a little off, Paul.
Yeah, I thought if Carly wasn't offsides, I thought they were going to get I thought Carly was going to earn a foul there for getting tripped up from behind, but on or offsides play, Harris just with the beautiful turn tries to cut it through, does a little bit of a nutmeg on her defender. Now Dieppe with the ball out to Harris. Harris with the back heel to Dieppe. Dieppe roaming free around the top of the 18.
Oh my goodness, that
and
ball.
Nobody home for the Flying Dutch. I mean,
so dangerous.
Just skating across free though, right across the middle of the 18 on that beautiful diagonal line.
Just out of reach of every defender.
Yeah, exactly right. And every white jersey on the pitch too. Nobody could get a foot on it. Nobody could try to run onto it. And that's, that slotted ball across the top of the 18 is a nightmare if you're a goalkeeper, because you know that somebody can run onto it and just pound it into the corner and put it past the keeper. But as we've seen in a lot of games too, a lot of times people get overzealous and they put the ball over the net.
That's right.
Even from that close of a distance, from 12 yards out, a lot of times what we end up having, we've got a throw in here for the Bulldogs. I'm not sure about that call from up here in the booth, but we play on. Adrian with the throw now.
The Bulldogs' whole bench and coach were very confident at the throw-in, and I feel if the AR would have made a different call, there would have been some protests. So a throw-in was a good call. The number 7 for the Bulldogs will play it in, and this is dangerous for Hope, for a team that's had 65%.
Oh, ball put across dangerously. Wow. Kendall Robertson making a great read on the ball, but it skated right through, and Adrian just unable to finish it. We've got a throw in now for the Flying Dutch here. No doubt about that one, as Adeline Rad played it directly off the foot of Alana Earl.
Yeah, but Paul, as I was saying right when that happened, dangerous for a team that has 65% of the possession to nearly get scored on them. But that's the way the game of soccer goes.
Absolutely. Ball left for Ellinger now, loses possession here at the back, or the top of the 18, excuse me. Fosman plays it back to number 12. That's Delaney Batur. McCauley now giving chase. Happy to see that one go off of the end line here as Hope looks to reset their defense and get back into their shape a little bit to kind of thwart this attack that Adrian seems to be on over the last 5 minutes here.
What an incredible MIAA matchup.
Yeah, really fantastic.
Battle of different styles. Very great defense actually on both teams. Hope probably has just more speed and pace and possession in the attack, but you've got to credit both the goalkeeper and the defense. Wow, as Harris finds a little pocket of space here and drives into the box.
Ainsley Harris on the far right edge of the box and just snuffed out by the Bulldog defense, as they have done all game. Hallie Bernard now looking to put it across here
that's
to some
a
white
great
jerseys.
cross.
What a great cross. Carly Wagaski with a beautiful volley off of that cross, unable to connect all the way around.
Probably, if I'm honest, Hope's best attack of the day. Bernard with that pace and speed getting to the end line and playing the ball with pace that got in through finally. And Wagaski turning on it and getting a ton of power, just unable to keep it down. Hope is going to want to use these new subs that just came in to get in behind that defense, wear down that back four over 90 minutes, and see if this bend but don't break will finally break. Now Adrian off to the races, going the other way, looking to have enough possession, enough build-up. It's been tough for them to get anything going for more than 3 or 4 passes, as Hope's high-pressure defense just steps into the spots at just the right moment. And that's one of the things that Adeline Rad is so good at, using her athleticism and physicality to just jump in front of the defenders.
Coy Kendall now on the near touchline here, looking to put it across. Easily fielded by Gabrielle Fallon-Revels. Fallon-Revels encouraging her team to move up the pitch here as she looks to boot this ball, puts it well past the midline. Oh, Sophie Novak just with a beautiful touch back to Dieppe. Coy Kendall looking to send it on to Folkert. Folkert finds herself now at the edge of the 18.
Unbelievable.
Great challenge there from Melanie Perney, who had Folkert step for step there. I thought Folkert was going to run free there for a minute, but then Melanie Perney just stepping in.
Great ball in from Dieppe, but a little foul there by Coy Kendall. Every single time Hope has kind of gotten in behind or gotten the advantage, the Adrian defense at just the right moment makes enough of a play to keep Hope out of the back of the net. And this game remains 0-0 despite high possession from the Flying Dutch. But what Hope is going to have to do is not give up set pieces, stay patient, stay perseverant. But we saw as Adrian gained 2 set pieces in a row, they scored, or they had an opportunity to score actually, despite the possession advantage.
Lena Ray now leaves it for Grace Fowler. Fowler with the long cross here to the far post. And Claudia Folkert just not able to get her head on that. Sophie Novak now to Folkert. Claudia Folkert looking at the edge of the 18, well blocked by Perney on that far side. Plays it back to Novak now. Sophie Novak looking to take her defender one-on-one. Leaves it for Dieppe. Dieppe looking for a fellow white jersey. Plays it all the way back to Mia Hesley now. Hesley with the long send in. Wow. And just not enough white jerseys there to do anything with it, Mr. Margarone.
Again, just a great matchup between two really, really good teams. Adrian is just making enough plays in the back. And Hope is really pressing high right now. They've showed a little bit more sense of urgency in the last 5 to 8 minutes, playing with high pace, trying to make sure they get that goal and this doesn't end up in a 0-0 tie.
Mr. Margarone is leaving me for the last half hour of the game here to fend for myself. That's okay. We can handle it. He's got places to be, things to do. We're going to call this game for the rest of the time here with just me on the call. Bellinger now looking, finds Dieppe here on the slide, and that's going to be a throw-in now for the Bulldogs. Great pressure from Adrian now that we're seeing. Adrian has an opportunity now to really take advantage in this end if they can. Lena Ray with a beautiful turn now, looking to send it long, a little bit of a miss hit, looking for Coy Kendall. Avery giving chase, unable to win it. And we've got Adeline Rad winning the challenge here. Now Sophie Novak with the ball in the middle. Finds Folkert now on the far side here. Claudia Folkert looking to play it to Lena Ray. Lena Ray moving the ball. Finds Dieppe here right at the top of the 18. Dieppe takes a shot on goal. Goes well wide of the far post. Gabrielle Fallon-Revels happy to see that one sail wide. That was a great, great scoring chance for the Flying Dutch here as they were trying really desperately to put anything towards the sticks and get some movement up top and get some shots on goal here as they look to keep the pressure high on this stalwart Adrian defense. Folkert heads it on now. Well won by Adrian. Macaulay with the read now, wins it back for the Dutch. Lena Ray with the ball. Claudia Folkert turns it. And that's going to be a throw in for the Flying Dutch on the far side. Touchline here, Dieppe taking the throw in now. Lena Ray muscling her way through. Lena Ray keeping possession. One back. Sophie Novak leaves it for Ray. Now back to Novak. Novak with the shot. Going well wide of the goal here. Number 22 for the Bulldogs. Elise Johnson checking in to the game. Subbing out number 12, Delaney Batur, who has been excellent all game for the Bulldogs. Really great stuff from Delaney. If you're a Bulldog fan, you have to be really proud of what she's been able to do. And the whole defensive front for Adrian has just done a fantastic job against this Hope attack as Lena Ray gets her defender. Lena Ray puts it across and a shot on goal. A volley shot and parried away beautifully by Gabrielle Fallon-Revels. Great spell of play there from Lena Ray to put that ball across, and an even better volley from Claudia Folkert to try to get that, and Fallon-Revels scouting that well, pushing the ball over the top of the bar. We got a free kick, corner kick now. Sophie Novak with the kick, and that's going to hit the top of the net and go out of bounds. And if you're Hope College, you want to get that one back. As Jenna Schreiber checks into the game now for Grace Fowler. Jenna Schreiber seeing action again after she was in for the first half, the latter part of the first half here, taking out Grace Fowler. I'm sure Coach Holly Van Noord will get her starters back in here fairly soon, but it's a credit to this system that Hope has and a credit to the recruits. Oh, great slide tackle from Liz Bellinger, unable to keep it. Oh, wow, what a beautiful send in for Fosman, and Macaulay just scouting that one really, really well. Possession one back now. Claudia Folkert with the beautiful turn now. Folkert running free on the far side. Looking to keep possession, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Flying Dutch as the slide tackle came in by Leah Homan, the senior from Georgetown, Ontario, Canada. Product out of Christ the King High School. Dieppe looking for white jerseys, plays it to Lena Ray. Ray back to Dieppe, one back by the Bulldogs here. Macaulay now wins that header, putting it down. Big boot clearance here at the back line. Mia Hesley has it now, puts it behind her. Bellinger receives, slips on the turf a little bit, plays it back to Macaulay now. Megan Macaulay with room to roam. Plays it up for Lena Ray. Lena Ray stays on sides here, keeps possession, looks to put it across the middle. Great ball from McCauley to find Lena Ray on that run, and a great step here by Megan McCauley as well. Keeps possession now, plays it out to Folkert. Sophie Novak dispossessed by Fosman here. Fosman with no help from fellow black jerseys at the moment, looking to work the ball back. And Adrian plays the ball up here. Kendall Robertson fielding the ball at her feet for the first time in about 15 minutes, as Hope has just maintained possession and has not allowed Adrian to get into their attacking set and get into Hope's defensive third here. We see Megan McCauley bringing the ball up. McCauley with the long send in, looking for Coy Kendall. Avery takes that one off of the shoulder, blocked out of bounds now, and we have a throw in at the corner for the Bulldogs here. Number 7, Sydney Anderson, the senior out of Trenton, Michigan, taking the throw for Adrian here as we tick down to 20 minutes and 25 seconds left in this contest. Ball stays in bounds now. The hole of the ball not going over the hole of the line here. Lena Ray with a beautiful turn, unable to keep it in bounds on that end line, and that's going to be a goal kick here for the Adrian Bulldogs. Long kick sent in now. Hope trying to win possession back, and they do. Lena Ray with the ball at her feet. Coy Kendall finds it at her feet now, takes a rip, goes well wide of the goal here. Oh, Coy Kendall wins the ball back here now, looks to turn her defender, put it across to nobody home on the back post. That is a perfect opportunity for the Flying Dutch to score on that back post, as that was left wide open. But now Dieppe with possession here on the far side, looks to put it back across. Easily fielded by Gabrielle Fallon-Revels. Adrian looking to stop the attack in any way that they can, but Hope has been relentless in Adrian's defensive third for about the past 5 or 6 minutes here, getting a lot of possession, getting a lot of through balls, and winning a lot of challenges here as a dangerous ball gets sent up, but Mia Hesley scouts that super well. Finds Dieppe now. Dieppe to Folkert. Folkert looks to turn on the far side here now. Back to Bellinger. Bellinger now with the ball, back to Hesley, and Hesley finds McCauley here in the middle. Megan McCauley running free, looking to send it up to Coy Kendall. Coy Kendall with the softest touch, leaves it for Bellinger now. Liz with the ball, finds Jenna Schreiber. Schreiber sees Adeline Rad on the far side. Now it finds the feet of Sophie Novak after it was pinging around a little bit. Novak looking for space, tries to hit Adeline Rad on a through ball here. Collision down there between Rad and Sydney Anderson. And now Adrian with possession here, but one back by the Dutch. Coy Kendall looks to put it in for a header for Folkert, and Claudia unable to win it. Ball cleared off of the line now. Out to Fosman for the Adrian Bulldogs, and Adrian now in a dangerous play. Kendall Robertson reads that miss hit by Robertson here. Adeline Rad giving chase, and we've got a throw in now for the Bulldogs as they had a brilliant counterattack coming through the middle. Played it long. Kendall Robertson made a great read on the ball, but just mishit it a little bit. And now we've got Adrian in Hope's defensive third for the first time in about 10 minutes. Great slide tackle. Great slide tackle by Mia Hesley on Foesman there. That's going to be a throw in now for the Bulldogs on this near touchline down in the corner. A great read by Mia Hesley on that slide tackle, all ball. Made sure that she got around it. Oh, a great turn in here. Now leaves it open. Robertson with the parry. That ball goes over the net for a corner kick. Wow, what a great spell of play for the Bulldogs here. Leaving it for Josie Huber, who puts it on frame, and Kendall Robertson parrying that ball over the top of the net. And we've got a corner kick now for the Adrian Bulldogs on this far side corner. And Alana Earl jogging out to the corner to take that. Earl now on the far side corner, looking to put it into the mixer, sends it into the top of the 6. Shot put down by number 26, Melanie Perney. Sophie Novak now going 1v1 against Perney, and Perney all ball on that tackle. What a beautiful tackle from Melanie Perney. And now Adrian starting to feel the winds of change in this game shift in their favor, as they have been in Hope's attacking third, Hope's defensive third now. We've got a foul on Liz Bellinger here. Referee saying Liz went down a little too quickly, maybe undercut her opponent. And this is a dangerous position here, because earlier on in the contest, Josie Huber hit one from this distance, an absolute rocket that Kendall Robertson had to catch with 2 hands to keep from going into the top corner. Huber does again, and it hits the top of the net, but what a strike. Huber's got a great foot and a great eye for scoring. She nearly put that one underneath the bar, but it just goes on the top of the net here. And we've got a goal kick for the goalkeeper, Kendall Robertson, for the Hope College Flying Dutch. Ball now sent across to Robertson. Robertson works it to Hesley. Hesley turns, places it back to Robertson now. Kendall Robertson looks for McCauley. Megan McCauley now looking to slow things down for Hope, set up their offense a little bit, get things coordinated. And Adrian just happy to kind of sit back and let Hope possess in their defensive third here, as McCauley works the ball up, looking to send it long to Ainsley Harris. Well won and well scouted by the Adrian defense here. Jenna Schreiber pokes it. Ainsley Harris runs onto it, looking to cross it in. We've got a ball blocked out of bounds now, and that is going to be a corner kick for the Flying Dutch here. Adeline Rad in a dangerous position, looking to take this corner, looking to put it across the mixer here. We'll see if Hope can capitalize on these corners. They haven't yet had a really good opportunity in this game so far, putting a few of them behind the net, a few of them over the net. And we've got a throw in for the Bulldogs here as we tick down to 12 minutes and 40 seconds left in the contest. No booking so far in the contest. I think that's worthy of note as well, as both teams have played a remarkably clean game. The center official keeping things very honest between both teams. Both teams really giving it their all from a physical standpoint. A lot of tackles, a lot of challenges, but no booking so far, which is remarkable. No injuries, no stoppages of time really either. So this has been a really clean game, a really exciting game, and I think it's going to come down to whoever can break that back line. We saw Adrian try to do it here very recently. Hope has had a couple of chances that have been brilliantly parried away by Gabrielle Fallon-Revels. And I think it's just going to be, if any team's going to break the tie here, it's going to be on a cross here from Schreiber. But I think it's going to be on a either a mistake by either defense or just a really well-worked ball across the middle, across the top, and a well-played ball for someone to run onto it and strike. Both teams just doing a fantastic job offensively and defensively so far in this contest. Bellinger plays it back to McCauley now. McCauley looking for fellow white jerseys, finds Ainsley Harris, who tries to back heel it, flick. Now McCauley giving chase here. Taking direction from her goalkeeper, Kendall Robertson. McCauley looking to send it in to Lena Ray. Lena Ray puts a chase on, and we've got a quick throw in here now for the Hope College Flying Dutch. Still 0-0. Adeline Rad finds Jenna Schreiber. Schreiber now to Rad. Rad looking to put it across as she cuts her defender. Now ball across the top. Left-footed pass there from Adeline Rad. And we've got a throw-in here for the Bulldogs. Adrian in no rush to get to the throw-in here, wanting to slow the game down, not wanting to give Hope any time left on the clock for their offense to take shape and start to possibly get a strike in here. As McCauley wins a beautiful header here, finds Lena Ray on the touch. Ray leaves it a little short for Hallie Bernard. Bernard now on the far side here, looking to streak down the far side, puts it across the middle. And we've got a goal kick, or a corner kick, excuse me, for the Flying Dutch now. Another set piece for the Flying Dutch as we've got subs checking back into the game here shortly for the Flying Dutch. Looking at 5 players coming back into the contest for the Flying Dutch here. Audra Uziak, Carly Wigoski. Corner kick from Schreiber, sent in. Oh, great punch out there. Now out to Schreiber again. Schreiber looks to put it back across the middle to Lena Ray, who's unable to win that. Lena Ray was off sides, says the AR on this near touchline here. Free kick now for the Bulldogs as they look to definitely slow this game down and make Hope play at their speed. As Hope is certainly on the attack here, looking to try to get the goal that breaks the scoreless tie between the number 2 and number 3 team in the MIAA, Hope College and Adrian. Both teams playing remarkably physical. Like I mentioned earlier, no bookings so far. A few fouls in the contest, but no stoppages of play, no injury timeouts or anything like that. Schreiber with the turn here. Keeps possession now. Great play from Jenna Schreiber. Wins the 50-50. Ainsley Harris now taking her defender 1v1. Harris now looking to slot this ball across and does so. And unable to find it. We have a PK. Oh, Carly Wigoski getting pulled down here. We've got a penalty kick now for the Flying Dutch here as Carly Wigoski was getting her jersey pulled as that ball came across. The referee spotting that, and Ainsley Harris here looks to break the scoreless tie. And Gabrielle Fallon-Revels sits on her line waiting for Harris. 7:49 left in the contest. Harris runs up and finds the middle of the net for the goal to break the tie. Ainsley Harris with the PK. Oh, the referee says no. It looks like we've got some discussion here. Referee says redo that. I'm not entirely sure what happened. There may have been a breach of the line at the 18 here now. One of the players leaving early. Harris now with the strike. And puts it into the top shelf of the net. Oh, what a great spot by Ainsley Harris here. And just a great find in the back of the net as Ainsley Harris, for the second time after it was called back, breaks the scoreless tie here. Number 22, Ainsley Harris, getting the PK after Wygoski got her jersey pulled and earned that penalty kick for the Flying Dutch here. We've got the ball back at the center line now as we tick down 7 minutes and 41 seconds left in this contest. Hope breaking the game from a scoreless tie here thanks to Ainsley Harris's corner kick, or penalty kick, excuse me. Center official now explaining, I'm not entirely sure what, to head coach Nathan Kronwetter. Obviously, Coach Kronwetter seeing something that he did not agree with on that penalty kick from Harris. Not entirely sure what they might be discussing, but it seemed fair and free to me from up here in this booth. But obviously, Coach Kronwetter seeing something that he did not agree with. And Adrian now gonna play with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder as we have 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the contest. Hope breaking the scoreless tie thanks to Ainsley Harris's penalty kick. Grace Fowler winning the ball back here now. Grace Fowler checking in after that penalty kick. Sends it long here, and we've got a throw-in now for the Flying Dutch. Audra Uziak jogging up the pitch, a little bit of gamesmanship here. Not in any rush to give the ball back to Adrian. Ticking down to just about 7 minutes and 10 seconds left in the contest. Uziak with the toss now. Looking for Grace Fowler to go over the top. Fowler giving chase. Dangerous play here. Cleared out high by the Bulldogs. McCauley calling off Uziak here. Now Ainsley Harris with the ball, looking to take her defenders 1-on-2. Harris cannot get around that enough. Could not get her hips around it to center that ball across the middle for the Flying Dutch. We have an excellent, excellent game shaping up here between two MIAA teams coming in with nearly identical records like we talked about at the top. If you're just joining us, we have Hope with a 1-0 lead, ticking down to 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the contest, thanks to Ainsley Harris's penalty kick that Carly Wygoski earned when she had her jersey pulled in the middle of the 18 on a crossing play. Oh, Ainsley Harris with just a beautiful touch here, roaming free, keeping possession now, not wanting to give anything back to the Bulldogs here, keeping possession on this near touchline, and we got Audra Uziak coming up for the throw-in for the Flying Dutch here. Wygoski now plays it for Uziak. Uziak keeping possession here now. Hope trying to play the possession game here in Adrian's defensive third. Ainsley Harris taking her defender 1v1 now. That ball's going to sit at the corner here, and Hope is just happy to maintain possession down in Adrian's third here. And Adrian not showing any urgency to get Hope off of the ball quite yet. And Hope just happy to keep possession here. And now we've got a corner kick for the Flying Dutch. Just methodical play from the Flying Dutch here. I love the strategy from them to get things kind of calm down, kill some time, and keep Adrian off the ball as much as possible. Adrian doesn't have any choice but to poke the ball out of bounds here. And Hope not wanting to put the ball across. They're just playing kill the clock now. And Adrian, if they can get a counterattack here, it's going to be very dangerous for the Flying Dutch. Ainsley Harris now winning possession back. Smartly keeps it. Harris just with the beautiful footwork here. Now Wygoski with the ball. Carly with the ball in the corner here, keeping possession, and we've got the ball out of bounds here. That's going to be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Bree Rose putting that one long, and just a little bit of a miss hit there. I think Bree's going to want that one back, maybe not try to hit it as long as she did. We got a goal kick for the Bulldogs now. Adrian looks to boot it down. Won by Bree Rose. What a beautiful win. Hallie Bernard now looking to take her defender 1v1 as she turns on the speed. Keeps possession here now on the far side. And Hope just wanting to run out this clock. And we've got nearly an identical play on the far side of the pitch as we had on the near side here moments ago. Wygoski now on the far side looking to turn her defenders. Quick throw in now for the Bulldogs as we tick down to 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the contest. Hope with a 1-0 lead thanks to Ainsley Harris's penalty kick that put them up and broke the deadlock tie. Oh, Wygoski trying to play it off of the defender there. I believe that's 26, Melanie Perney. Hard to see from back up here. Sorry, that was number 16, Tegan Bergeron. Looks like we got a handball or a foul here in the middle now. Adrian looking to do a quick counterattack on this set piece. Bulldogs send it in long. Won by Olivia Dieppe. Grace Fowler now trying to win it. Plays the header to Ainsley Harris, who plays it back to Uziak. Uziak looks to send it long. Little bit of a miss hit there from Adrian, and Wygoski now running free here. Carly Wygoski looking to keep possession, unable to do so. Outstanding defense. Great defensive effort there by the Bulldogs. Carly Wygoski running free, coming up a little gingerly. 2 minutes left in the contest here. Uziak in no hurry to get up the pitch to take this throw in. Audra playing it to Ainsley Harris now. Harris giving enough pressure on the defender that she just had to clear it off of the touchline here. And we have a throw in for the Flying Dutch. Plays it to Ainsley Harris. A little bit of a miss hit there from Kelsey Zoli, the senior out of Canton, Michigan. Ainsley Harris just absolutely winning the possession game here for the Flying Dutch. Uziak with the turn, and now we've got another throw in for the Flying Dutch, ticking down to nearly 1 minute to go here. Carly Wygoski trying to win possession back here. Does so. Carly trying to slot it through. Carly Wygoski takes it herself and beats Fallon Revels on the near post. An incredible spell of play there from Wygoski to keep that ball in off of that end line. Just a beeline, keeps it on a rope and sneaks it into the near corner for the Flying Dutch. An incredible play from Carly Wygoski as she is now leading the Flying Dutch with, I believe that's her 10th goal of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Adrian now on the quick counterattack. Kendall Robertson coming out to field that. Smartly taken by Robertson as we tick down to 40 seconds left in this contest. A quick goal coming from Carly Wygoski. What an unbelievable individual effort from Carly to keep that ball on a tightrope on the sideline and able to sneak it past the near post. And Fallon Revels, just an incredible credit to her. She has played stellar all game here. Wygoski looking to put the pressure on, takes her defender 1v1. All ball on that tackle. 12 seconds, 10 seconds left now.
9, 8.
You know, in this game, this score 2-0 is certainly not indicative of the way that the Bulldogs played the contest tonight. And we have a a score of 2-0 here. But Adrian, hang your heads high, hang your hat on this game, because the Bulldogs came into Van Andel Soccer Stadium and played the Flying Dutch bell to bell in just an outstanding effort from both squads here. Adrian just unfortunately not able to come away with the victory. Massive credit to Adrian's defense, who kept them in this contest the entirety of the game here, and just a phenomenal MIAA contest between two teams who will probably meet again in the MIAA tournament if all things go well for both teams here. Van Andel Soccer Stadium, the final score, Hope College 2, the Adrian Bulldogs 0. For Matt Margarone, my colleague who had to leave early, my name is Paul Willard. We are signing off here on the Hope Athletics Network.